pixel thing. Well, it's still appropriate. There we go. All right. Hope we're having a good one. Goshi, how are you doing? Daioh, good to see you. Still snowing. Very nice. 1, 2, 3. How's the, how much snow have you gotten so far? How much more? Too much and too much, I'm sure. That's the answer, right? The roads here, for most of the day, I would say the roads, the 2-lane road was cleared in such a way that there was 1 lane in the middle. Like, okay. And most of the sidewalks, I'd say, are still just completely covered. So I guess I'm gonna try. I guess I'll try to walk into work tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. I may have to turn around. The crazy thing is, there's another snowstorm. There's another snowstorm headed this way this weekend. So they're already showing snow on the weekend again, and it's like maybe another 4 to 8 inches. Like, oh man. And we're staying freezing the whole time. So hold on to your hats. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. How y'all doing? Hope you're surviving. I just got a friend request and a message request from the same person via a mutual server. I went to the server. Sure enough, that person just joined there, so I tried to report them. Oh, all right. We are going to be working on our granny square here. You can see this is the mermaid. The mermaid. We're going to work on this, and then we're going to work on our polo. The polo, we should be finishing up the left shoulder. Then we start the collar. The collar is going to be terrifying. It will be terrifying. There will be lots of screaming, weeping and gnashing of teeth. Okay, am I supposed to... I guess we're going like in this space. This space. There we go. It's like 2. And then we're going to do this. Hey, Jamie Farmer. You finally getting to work on your dominant scarf. Nice! Chart 3 of 8. Well, so you took the pause because you were spinning and dyeing, or spinning the yarn that you needed, right? So are you all stocked up again? And do you think you're ready for the rest? You think you're good to go to the end? If so, that's exciting, because like you're on your way. You were making great progress, so I think you'll You hope. Okay. Well, that's cool. Congratulations on getting that done. I don't know. I guess to me, not having done much spinning, the that seems to be the harder part. Like now, that the stuff you got left, like, pfft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I guess we're going in this hole. This is classic crochet. Like, probably guess the hole that you're going into. Okay. It's like seashells. It's like seashells. Seashells by Shishishore. Right? Isn't that how it goes? Seashells by Shishishell? By Shishishore? Something like that. Do as I say, not as I say. Seashells by the Seychelles? Osiken, you say? She shell by the sushi shell? Sushi shell. Do you like sushi? Big fan of sushi and sashimi. Big fan. I had a meeting scheduled today at 4 o'clock, which is why I'm late. Fortunately, the person had a meeting at 4:30, so we actually ended on time. And I had set up beforehand, so I was able to come down and just hit start. But, I swear, people putting meetings on the calendar at, like, way too late. Way too late in the day. I mean, I'm practically in bed by 4. What is going on with this yarn? There's some weird, like, blobby thing going on here. That must have been, like, the joining of two ends or something. I'm cursed. Cursed. You're already in your PJs? See, there we go. I approve. Okay. There we go. Where are my scissors? Did I? Oh, I didn't bring down my ukulele. Oh, I did. I put it on the wall. Cool. All right. All right, we're going back to gray. One, 2, 3. Since you're in your 50s, you're tempted to make a comment about nap time, but only tempted. Right, I don't want to wake you from your nap to comment about nap time. I'm sorry. What's going to be fascinating about this, we'll see. I haven't heard whether the, whether everything's closed tomorrow. I thought we should have heard by now, right? But, oh, it's reversed. Hold on. Okay, well, it's a little bit less now. It's a little bit less now. It was originally like 6 or 7 inches. And starting earlier. So maybe this will go away. But, yeah, you can see, right? It's going to get down to 8 tonight. And we're going to be very cold. We're going to be very cold this entire week. And then finally 35, 2 degrees above freezing. Yeah. Oh man. So that's what we have to look forward to over the next 10 days. So part of that is we'll see how the grocery stores are, because again, tomorrow might be pretty frozen still. I mean, it's gonna be frozen all week. So I'm gonna try to get out tomorrow or Wednesday. But if we have another storm hitting on Saturday, like, you know, get to the store before Thursday, because oh my gosh. Okay. 1, 3. So I want to go. Hey, coffee. How's it going? Arayuru. All everything. How do I get? So since I've pushed manga reading till later, I thought I would bring back the Anki card decks. But how do I get it to autoplay? I've completely forgotten how to use this. Oh, that's not gonna work. Wasn't there a way to make it autoplay? You didn't even know there's an autoplay. Yeah, there was. We had an autoplay going where it would just cycle through. I vaguely recall I had to use yet another program to make that happen now. That was like 2 years ago that we were doing that. Yeah, there was a way to do like autoplay. Yeah, it was a slideshow. But I don't remember how we did that. Settings. Yeah, I know. I should have written it down. Browse? Oh, is this it? Was this it? Browse? No. No, there was something else. I'll have to look it up later, I guess. Oh well. Hey, we got some streaking going on. 80? Alright, hold on. Are we ready? Are we ready for this 80 streak? That's a big streak. Multi-streak. Alright, here we go. Okay, the streakers are warmed up. Let's go. We gotta celebrate an 80 stream streak. We celebrate stream streaks here by streaking ourselves. Let's go, streakers. There they go. 80 of them. All naked, all green. Oh, wait, that was 2 chungos? You got a shiny! And a chungo. You got the shiny. Congratulations, Coffee. I need to make it more spectacular. There was something laggy going on there. There were too many streakers. You got the first shiny. Three chungos and a shiny. Congratulations. The shiny is 1 in 1,000. 1 in 1,000. Coffee. Shojun. These were words from Helsing. These are words from Helsing. Shojun, unfortunately, that's like gun sight or something like that. Yeah. Shojun. Tekitai. Tekitai. Tekitai is like opposition, antagonism. Ippen. Ippen. Like one side. Hey, Corin, how are you doing? Alright, I'm gonna have to put this away. We need to find out how to get this back on autoplay. Again, because we're reading manga later in the stream, I want to put something that's Japanese while we're doing stuff. So, what's going on here? Not much. How are you? We're working on we're working on today's square. Hey, Lunapath, it's going well. It's this, I like this better. Because it actually is semi-attractive, right? I mean, look at that. That actually looks nice. Like, okay. Seashell. I would have called it seashells. They're calling it mermaid. Whatever. Surviving. Weird day. Didn't do much. I stayed home all day and wrote on a paper, which was thrilling, let me tell you. Had a weird day at work. Nice day ahead, 2 hours of meeting, and it was 6 hours of meeting. Oh, that's terrible on so many levels. Like, you think you've got a nice day, and then it changes to that. Like, oh. What happened? Was there some sort of like crisis going on, or just like people are like, hey, look, there's no meetings on the calendar. We can't have that. Let's have a meeting about the lack of meetings. That would be typical, right? We don't have enough meetings on the calendar. Let's have a meeting to talk about that. Lunapath, how are you doing? Good to see you. Today's square is going well. That's right. People are feeling lonely. Oh. For some people, it's their it's like their daily coffee. Like, oh yeah, no, I need to have my daily quota of meetings. How else can I say that I actually did something? Hey, have a good one, Goshi. Could have been an email, yeah. The CEO decided to announce a reorg. Oh. CTO did a session after the CEO, and then your boss did another. Oh. Could have been an email, yeah. Hey everyone, we're making some changes. Here they are. If you have any questions, let your manager know. Done. Hundreds of hours of productivity saved. How many people were at these meetings? Tens? Fives? 5 people? 100? $5,000 employees. Oh my gosh. All that wasted time. That's a lot of hours. That is an expensive meeting. Holy crap. You think you're the only one who loves a good meeting? Could be. Well, no, I mean, if it's a good meeting, sure. The question is, what constitutes a good meeting? What demands that we get together, stop our work, and do whatever this meeting is about versus having an email about it and or something else. And it's a good meeting where you get stuff done and blah blah blah. Hey, there you go. You made a bingo card. You had a slow chat going with the colleagues to fill it in. How'd you do with your bingo card? No bingo. Oh no, what happened? Professional gossip? Well, it depends. Email is also good for that, as well as just running into each other at the office. You had some technical items on your bingo card, which the CEO didn't talk about. Coffee. Pfft. Shame on you for thinking your CEO would address things that you cared about. Last year I was an underwriter for the NFIP. So you're always happy to get off the phones and get to work, get work done. Oh, meetings resume. Okay. Okay, there we go. We're done. Now, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. I like the pattern. It looks nice. That one's pretty good. Okay. I'd put that in the would do again. I would make that again. This is also the type of pattern that would be easy to extend and make like make a Afghan or anything out of it. Oh, Coffee found the Auto Advance plugin. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you can mod your thing with plugins. Yeah, I remember this. Okay. Where are the plugins in the where are the plugins? Thank you, Coffee. Like when you download a plugin, where does it appear? Wait for audio to finish playing. Automatically show answer. You can use the shortcut J. Okay, no. Press J or Control J. How do I know if I have the add-on installed? Like this should be Anki that I ran 2 years ago. Because it had the decks I had in there. Oh, add-ons, there it is, okay. Is this Shige? Who was the person that did this? Hey DMF, how are you? It's that one. Click browse. Oh, and then preview. Oh, right, it's the preview window. Okay. Right. And here's the slideshow on off. Is that gonna work? I don't remember how fast it was. Check, uncheck random sequence to activate. Click pause, click that to go to the next, to continue the slideshow or go to the next. Okay, it's on. Use tag. Tag. It's currently set for 10 seconds. It doesn't appear to be moving. Oh, okay, slideshow on. There we go. Okay. There's a thing for slideshow on off and then start. Hey, you work me, how are you doing? Okay. Hope you're having a good day. Did you get any snow from this last storm that went through? Oh, you did? How bad was it? Yoyaku. That's, well, you typically don't get the kanji for that one. Ooh. Good luck. Good luck, coffee. Well, I mean, it's already done. I guess you'll find out. Yeah, since I'm reading manga much later in the stream now, I typically don't start reading manga now until about like 2 hours from now. A little over 2 hours. So because of that, I thought it would be good to bring back something that's Japanese language. And so we did this. We had this going a couple of years ago. I just fell out on it. So I'll pull it back. We came up with a whole... We had a whole script to translate the Z kanji vocab chapters into Anki deck. Anki deck items. So I'll have to look that up again too. Because it would be good to get some different stuff. Yeah, it's a done deal. A done deal. Les jeux sont faits. Les jeux sont faits. Okay, that is our... That is our, Chucho. Oh man, look at that thing. Where are we? Okay, so we've done 2 repeats. So we've done our base row. We've done the main thing and we've done 2 repeats. Or we've done the base row thing and 2 repeats. Okay, so we've got 10 more repeats to do, 20 rows. And that will finish the left shoulder. Once we do that, we basically, you can see it now, we have the neck outline here. This is the neck, so this is the back, these are the shoulders. After this, we're going to start making the collar, and it will get really complicated. Aw, that's very cute. Yeah, that's very cute. Check this out. A crochet dragon scarf. Why do I feel like that you cannot create this head with this level of instructions? It looks like AI. It does. It does. I hate to say it. You can't make this with this instructions. Yeah, you can see, right? Even like this here. See, look at the tail here, right? It has a row of scales here and a row of scales here. There's only one row of scales here. Your treat was 2 days of Dusseldorf. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, you got all those, you got to eat the sushi and everything? I mean, I guess... Yeah, no, there's no way. There's no way you get anything close to this head shape by these few instructions. Where you work me? Where did you get this?
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Why do they think that's easy? Easy to intermediate? Well, it's easy because it doesn't actually make this. I mean, part of it, right? So, okay. Stupid things your phone knows you like. Okay, but I mean, was it like on an Instagram? Was it... So magic ring 6. Okay, fine. Increase. Okay. Increase again. You're increasing again. You're making the bottom part of a sphere, right? Okay, then this is the middle part of the sphere. Then it says insert eyes. Okay, fine. And then you're decreasing. This makes a ball. It makes a sphere. A perfectly round sphere. It does not make something with a snoot. It does not make anything with puffed out eyes. Even if you added eyeballs onto it, it doesn't make these little eyelids. It doesn't add these little these little bumps up here. Yeah, no, this is all AI. That's a shame. It's a cute idea, but it's not this easy. I'd also be curious how they're propping up the head in a way that lets the head look up. Because if the head is at the end of the scarf, you gotta have some way to, when you're tying it up, to hold it up. Otherwise, it's just going to be drooping down. I guess there's a way you could tie the scarf to actually prop the head up. But see, you can't tell what the actual looping pattern is here. So no, I don't think there's a loop behind it. I think it's just AI schlock. You would have to... You're trying to make it work. You'd have to loop around it and like under the neck and then loop behind you, right? To like prop up the neck. So it could work. It could work. But that's not quite what it looks like here. It looks like something happens down here and then it goes around or something. There's some real ones on Etsy that look just okay. Well, but those are they? Is there a pattern for it, or are they finished? These instructions will definitely not get you this. Oh well, it's cute though. They're patterns. Do we think they're real patterns? I mean, I hate to say it, but like nowadays it's kind of like you want to be very careful about patterns and stuff online, right? There are some, yeah. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. Oh, there are some cute ones. Now here's one that's kind of close. This is very cute. But I think this is also more exemplary of the type of thing you would get, right? Where you can see, right, the snoot is like an increase here. The eyes are done in a different color, or the eyebrows are done in a different color. I think that's a very cute one. Anyway, okay. You have a friend, also your mother-in-law, who send you cute patterns all day, every day. You don't have the heart to tell them they're AI. Ouch. That's sad. That's sad. I mean, I feel bad for anyone that actually tries it, right? Because you're probably sitting there thinking like, why isn't this working? Either that or you get like halfway through it and you realize like, oh, damn it. As long as they're not paying money for them. Have a killer TikTok reel. The person doing the hot dog bee. What's that? The hot dog bee. Bee crochet kit with weird instructions that make it look like a hot dog. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what to. It's a good example of, like, yet again, there's nothing in a large language model that is translating a three-dimensional shape into crochet instructions. It's not how they work. There's a Blender plugin for that. I don't know. Even if there were, you would have to have a training set of three-dimensional objects with correct completed crochet instructions. And you would need to have hundreds of those. Then maybe if you didn't deviate too much from the training set, you might be able to do that. But throw in some weird object it hadn't seen before or whatever, it's not going to do any better.
Hello there.
It's sort of like that dragon scarf, right? It's like, yeah, okay. A head. Well, most heads are spheres. And so that's why those instructions read like a sphere. Now, it's not going to get you anything that looks like what's in that picture, but it'll get you a round object. So it's close. I made a comment at that meeting I was talking about I had on Thursday, where I said, like, I don't know if I'm the only one that feels this way, but I find it more and more difficult to search for things on the internet and to actually get the information that I'm looking for, knowing that it is actually reliable information. Because I will ask for something and I get an AI generated answer, and even in the search returns, I'm starting to get lots of AI generated crap. And it's like, this is not what I want. This is not what I want. So it's actually, it's getting harder to find actual information. Which is really worrisome. Really worrisome. You're getting the same feeling? Yeah, that's... So, the big news that hit last week in the scientific community was that at the NeurIPS conference, which is the big premier computer vision machine learning conference, that 50 of the articles had hallucinated references, and that these articles, these research articles, not like here we are today at blah blah blah, I'm talking about like research articles, 50 of them had hallucinated references. So somewhere in the reference was something made up, whether it was the author, the title, the journal, etc. And those papers were from top tier sources: Google, Stanford, MIT. I mean, we're talking like holy shit. And they were peer reviewed. So when your cream of the crop is getting infected in this way, get really scared. Get really scared. Only thing is that the slop looks believable at first sight. Yeah, right? Exactly. Well, right, so for example, at my organization, we all of our formal publications go through edit. And our editors are required to go through all of our references and check them. So we theoretically have a safety blanket in place to make sure that this doesn't happen. But now if a website is fabricated ... right? Sometimes it's hard. Yeah, right. Sometimes it's hard to recognize the AI crap. But like in the case of these hallucinated references, what it means is that the researchers at some point had a reference, but they did something in such a way, or I don't know, but whether they pulled it from somewhere else or used a large language model to write some part of it, the large language model got a hold of the reference, did the large language model thing, which is like randomly make up shit. And that made it into their final reference count or whatever. So in some cases, the papers were real. The papers were real in many cases, but the authors were fake. or whatever. So you could, there were a number of cases where you're like, no, there is a paper, but the references, and they drew a line. They drew a line between like typographical error or basically human error versus hallucination. So anyway, you'd have to look at the paper just because they step through how they counted what counts as a hallucination or not. But it's scary. It's very scary. And I just got a text, I think. Let me see real quick. Oh no, it's just Steam. Anyway. Yeah. I didn't think we would be here, and here we are. Ooh. This is coming along awesome. That's looking very nice. It's huge. Do those papers get retracted? I don't know. I don't know. So it's a problem, which is, okay, you used a large language model to write some part of your paper. How much? Did you do it in any of the findings? Did you do it in any of the in any of the analytics? Was it just in the references? It just raises all those questions, because now it's just like, well, how much of this work did you actually do, and how much was it generated out of a large language model? So it just raises that question. The work could have been all done normal and all good, but all you do, if you do something like that in the references, you just raise that question of like, well, I don't know now. And it doesn't help. I remember 8 years ago when we were doing that podcast on AI research, there was a huge question about reproducibility of results back then. There was a lot of concern that people were publishing their work and they were doing it so fast. This is before large language models were available into this level. But there was a lot of information not being provided, and right, part of the scientific method is reproducibility and being able to check and verify other work, right? It's very common for a lab or whatever to say like, okay, we're working here. Someone did something very similar here, so I need you to do this, do what they did, and verify that you can do it. And if you can't do that, it either suggests, right, that you don't know how to do it yourself, or something isn't quite right about what they did. And it's part of the scientific method and process. And when you start to have like falsely generated stuff, it's all going to collapse badly. Why would you AI your refs? Laziness. Like it would literally be like, I know there's a paper out there for whatever. Normally you would do a search, you do a Google search, or you would go to a library catalog or a journal reference or something like that. You would look for the category, you'd do the research. Here are articles on this topic, research papers on this topic. You would read the paper, or at least the abstract. Does this meet my thing? Okay, here's my reference. Now there's like an AI filter in between everything. And even if the AI filter is seeing the paper, by the time it hands it to you, it may have garbled it into something that's like imaginary. And maybe it just made the title goofy. Maybe it just added an author, or changed an author, or changed the volume number from 10 to 12. Whatever. If you're going through the AI filter, you're going to have weird shit like that happen sometimes. So it's unclear. It's unclear. Did the researchers just say like, hey, here's my research, generate a list of references from the literature and make sure they're real, which doesn't help. That doesn't help. That doesn't make the LLM actually like, oh, okay, it's serious this time. I won't hallucinate. They told me not to. Yeah, no, it's all very silly. It's very lazy. It's lazy. Especially from people that should know better. That's the real thing. Like, okay, some crochet person who's like, oh, I want to make a cool pattern here. AI, tell me how to make this cool. Let's make a scarf and tell me how to make it. Ooh, cool, look. That's one thing. These are like AI researchers that know how this shit works, and they're falling prey to this. So that's the really scary thing, right? The people that should know better, are having this problem. So what do you expect out of the people that don't know better? Lumi, how are you doing? Well, yeah, one would think, right? To do your research, you need to read papers. One would think. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I just have AI summarize a bit. I don't have time to read all that crap. Yeah, no. It's crazy. Crazy. The world is going batshit crazy. You doing good? You dug out your Game Boy, find your creative music player while you're at it? Nice! Hey! Is your Game Boy like a Game Boy Advance or like the original Game Boy? That's very cool. Oh, Game Boy Color, awesome. That's very cool. What, you have any particular games that you really enjoyed on there? I picked up an analog color a couple years ago, and I actually have it hooked up on stream, so I can play my old Game Boy Advance games on stream, which is fun. I just haven't played anything recently. They say bubble can't burst fast enough. Many will get badly burned. Yeah. And many will make lots of money and get away with it. Sadly. My favorite stuff right now is to listen to the shit that Elon Musk says. People eat that up so much. Oh man, this post-scarcity world, right? Oh man. Robots everywhere. No one will need to save up any money for retirement. Everyone will have everything. Like talk about like swindle salesman crap. Holy shit, man. That man has turned science into a religion. You got a Mario game. The label is so faded you don't know which one it is. I was gonna say a Mario game. You got it out because you want to play some stuff on stream, but you don't have a capture. Oh, okay. Oh, good luck. I'm trying to think, like a Mario game on Game Boy. The Mario Game Boys were like Super Mario Land, and there was like Super Mario Land 3 or something? You hope so too, but you see your CEO making a huge AI lab department and you're like, oh no. Oh, you put a picture in Discord. Okay, yeah. I've got a display case with some of my favorite Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games in it. I remember, I'm gonna do the old man memory thing. I remember the first time I got to play a Game Boy, the original Game Boy. I got a demo of it at like a department store, and the way that thing hummed in your hands, it was incredible. And it was a beautiful piece of hardware. I saved up to get that. I can't remember how much a Game Boy was. But I got one. I got a Game Boy that was so early in production that I ended up getting a free screen upgrade. Because like the initial screens tended to streak and not be too good. And so Nintendo did like a free screen upgrade. You had to take it into an authorized dealer and they would replace the screen for you. It was pretty wild. Your customers are definitely waiting for that shitty personal assistant in your app. Of course they are. Everyone hates it, yet every company wants to have one. Yeah. Ugh. It's almost as bad as the automated phone system. Hello, how can I help you today? You can say blah 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 blah, you know, all these things. Like, oh god, just no. No, just give me the touch, you know, dial interface. Press 1 for this, press 2 for this. It'll be so much faster, please. Okay, wait 1 second. Processing. Burning 2 trees to answer your stupid question. Answering this question will take 1 acre of rainforest. You also have Bugs Life, Alice in Wonderland, Casper, DK Land 2, and Harvest Moon. Oh, fun. The last 2 you think are actually your brothers. Don't tell him. I'm sure he doesn't remember. What happened to that Greta kid? Why hasn't she ranted about AI yet? That's because you don't know that she actually is an AI. Oh, hold on. Wrong thing. Oh yeah. No, this is the original Super Mario Land. This is the original Super Mario Land. The Mario is about yay big. The Mario is about yay big. Instead of a fire flower, you get a super ball that bounces around the screen. It wasn't easy, but it was definitely beatable, and you could beat the game in maybe like 20 minutes. Because there were really only like 4 worlds or something. But hey, that's a classic. That's a classic. It had the underwater level. Hey, Knots and Stitches, how are you doing? Am I liking knitting this polo? So far, so far. But we're about to get, once we finish the collar or the left shoulder here, which we should finish this today. Tomorrow we'll be starting the collar. That's where I will start to hate this pattern. You must really suck. The underwater level was unbeatable for you. I'm trying to remember. There were some weird things about the game that you could cheese the enemy spawning and stuff. I vaguely remember some things. The level after that featured some stuff that was also pretty crazy. Anyway, it was classic. Now, so the other one they came out with Super Mario Land 3 or something like that. It was like something of the 6 coins or something like that. That was actually an attempt to make Mario big and looking like Super Mario 3 on the NES. But the problem there was, like, if what you see here is the screen, Mario was like this big on the screen. So you took up a good chunk of the screen. So right in the original Super Mario Land, the Mario would have been like this big on this screen. Will your GBC turn on? You're seeing a lot of corrosion. Oh no! Oh, good luck. Well, even if you do, even if it turns on, you don't need just a capture card. You'll need some way to get the video output into an HDMI format into the capture card. That is probably going to be the harder thing. I'm sure there's converters, but that's why I bought the analog, because it's designed to do that, and you just stick the cartridge in that thing. I'll be right back. Oh, most captures cards come with a cable? Okay. What's the video output from the Game Boy then? I don't remember anymore what outputs it had. So, what do I have in this case? You can't see it very well. The lighting's not great. There's Pokemon Leaf Green, Final Fantasy 1 and 2. There's all the Final Fantasies that they released on Game Boy. Emerald, WarioWare Twisted, that's probably Sapphire there. Pokemon Pinball. Pokemon Pinball. Final Fantasy 3 on the Game Boy. Final Fantasy 2. Final Fantasy Legend. Final Fantasy Adventures, yeah. Tetris. Oh, there they are. There's the original Pokemans. Silver, Gold, Crystal. Shantae. I actually do have Shantae. There's the Zelda Oracle and Seasons. Four Swords. That's Link's Awakening. Chrysalis. Castlevania. Mother 1-2. What's that? Advance Wars there. Metroid, Golden Sun. These are all Game Boy Advance. Starfy. I picked up a bunch. Starfy is a Japanese game platformer that never really came out here. Golden Sun in the back there too. Castlevania, Mega Man, Battle Networks. Astro Boy was a really good game too. Mario Kart, Tactics Ogre. Man, so many good games. And those are just my favorite games. Those are just the good ones. Okay. All right. I am not making good progress here, but that's okay. Saraba. If I were gonna play like one of those old games, like, I don't know, like what would be a good one to play on stream? I should pull one of those out for my 50th birthday. Pull out a game that's like older than most people. Muscle memories, yeah. Game Boy Color works. You don't remember the screen being so dark? Yeah, that's right. It was not backlit. It was not backlit. Neither was the Game Boy Advance. Game Boy Advance wasn't backlit either. So it really had dark screen syndrome. In fact, I remember I bought an LED kit so that you could modify a Game Boy Advance and basically add a backlight. It wasn't really a backlight. It was like kind of like a bottom LED, but it worked well enough and it made a huge difference. But you had to solder that thing to the so you had to open up your Game Boy and all that stuff. So I think I bought like a black one from Japan to modify that one. It worked pretty well. But it's in a bin somewhere. But that's great, it's working. I got a very fascinating comment on YouTube this morning that I decided just to delete rather than to try to do anything about it. And I'm not going to get it 100% correct, but I will get the last part correct. It was something along the lines of, damn, there are English, or this is why there's English manga out there. You're trying to do too much, white boy. Like, okay, yeah, no, we're just going to delete this one. I also just hid the channel from that user. I'm like, okay. Right, I could have published it. I could have been like, hey, you know, this is why this channel, like, this person is not interested in this sort of a thing. They don't care. Like, all right, just ignore that. Good old YouTube. You know, speaking of, like, I guess I should be very grateful that we haven't had We haven't had much trouble on Twitch in a long time. I say that and then like someone comes in. Bow, 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 bow. Does anyone else still have their like old Game Boy, if they had one, handheld stuff? Or any games? Those handhelds. Hey Sevi, that's right, I'm doing too much. That's why you can get polos at the store. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Oh man. Yeah, I was gonna say Semi likewise, right? You're doing too much. You can buy yarn. You can buy you can buy towels. There's some point in like an exchange like that where you realize like yes, we derive fundamentally different satisfaction out of the world. we're not going to have a productive conversation. Semi, how was the snowfall out where you were? And how do the roads look? I'm asking partly because I'm surprised at how poorly the roads look out here. Yeah, you can roast a chicken, but sometimes you want Costco rotisserie. See, there you go. There's so much snow. Like, I ordered some snow. I did not order this much snow. There's been some sort of error. Who do I contact to return this snow? And on top of that snow is ice. Yeah, that's the rough part. And none of it is melting. Or if anything, the sun today came out and like melted the top of the ice and made it even like more ice. And then now it's going to freeze into more ice. You think your guard is going to be stuck for a while? Hey, I haven't looked. Did OPM cancel work tomorrow too? I haven't been looking at any like official cancellations and stuff for tomorrow, but I wouldn't be surprised given what I've just seen outside my window. Like there's a bunch of 2-lane roads outside my place that I can see. All that is cleared is like 1 lane in the middle. So there's like one lane where you're like, ooh, that looks really nice, but it's a 2-lane road. So it's like, I mean, I guess like if there's no one else coming, you can go in the middle lane and divide as you need, but like, ugh. Oh, you haven't checked since you're remote. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have to work. I've got stuff I need to do this week. The real question though is, can I survive a walk-in tomorrow? So I'm going to try. I'm going to try to walk in tomorrow and we'll see how that goes. I may have to turn around. Because as far as I can tell, the sidewalks are not clear, which means I'm either going to be trudging in snow ice, or I'm going to try to be on the road, which may work that early in the morning. No ski? Yeah. Well, unfortunately for me, I have to go up a really big hill to get to work. Oh, you're closed tomorrow. Okay. It's not surprising. I mean, it is surprising. It is surprising. But it's also not surprising what I've seen. Yeah, that's crazy. The thing, aside from the ice being on top of the snow and everything, the fact that we're so cold, means that most of the salt is not effective. Like, it's too cold. So that's further hampering things. And it's going to be that way all week, right? We're going to be in the single digits of Fahrenheit for the low. It's like, oh. The sleet that threw it, yeah. Yeah, that added like another couple inches of ice. Oh, and then I don't know if you saw, but we may get more snow on Saturday. I guess we'll see how it actually shapes up, but it looks like there's another snowstorm hitting this weekend. Please no. Yeah. Yeah, I'm supposed to have a bunch of people over for tea on Saturday morning. And I was just looking at the weather and I'm like, oh, look at this. We may have to reschedule. Yours is showing snow Friday night through Sunday night. Yeah. So this is what earlier today it was saying like 7 inches. So even just in the last 6 hours, 7 hours, it's gotten less, but yeah, there's another snowstorm potentially hitting this weekend. Again, like on top of the single digit Fahrenheit temperatures for the week. Good times. Uh, what I found to be also interesting is that we have a snowplow company that we use. Normally they're out like as many times as they possibly can squeeze because they charge each time they come out. They could, by all rights, we're still snowed in. Like they came and plowed some point. I guess it was Saturday or whatever. But it's covered up again. So by rights, they should be able to come out and plow again and charge us. But that tells you something, because again, like normally they'd be out like, oh yeah, let's do this again. So either they're hurting, or they've got plenty of other bigger properties that they can get a lot more money off of that they're still clearing. Oops. Uh-oh. Oh no, that's right. Yeah, we'll see how much, we'll see how much this, the next storm brings. I did get a chance to talk to the people that did my bathroom renovation about some new projects. So they're going to look into some options for me. I had a bunch of ideas, like questions about like, is this possible? Can we do this? So that'll be exciting. One of them, I showed a picture of this a while ago, and I'm going to be esoteric about it because I think it's ridiculously nerdy. Where is it? There it is. This has been in this bucket for 20 years. And I am looking forward about like getting it out. And I will reveal more later, but that was one of the questions I had for them, is like, can we do this? And the amazing answer was like, oh yes. I was like, so I'm excited because again, like I built that, and I look forward to when I can tell you more about it because it was a very neat project. I built that 20 years ago when I first moved to this area, and I was in an apartment. And it was just one of these weird projects where I'm like, I'm going to do this. And at the time was kind of an impressive thing to have done. And then I put it in that bin because I was moving, and it's been in that bin ever since. So and it's something that is really unwieldy, and I need help. So that's why I'm again, like when I can describe what it is, all will be clear. But other than like, why the hell did you do that? Hey, Barakoji, how are you doing? Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. All right. But a couple of the other projects I asked about, one, I asked about like how hard is it to add a entire story onto a building. I was like, I'm gonna start crazy and wild, just to see like what. So like how much, like what goes into needing to the ability to add another story onto your home. And barring that, if I wanted to convert my attic into like a walkout patio, or like where you can like be out on a patio, what would be involved with that? So that was those were the crazy questions. I had a question about my deck and potentially enclosing it, but that has its own restrictions and things due to various other issues. And then I'm potentially thinking about redoing my kitchen. The kitchen is probably ultimately more practical. So I may end up just redoing my kitchen. Level 13 at Tetris always gets you. Are you playing Tetris right now? That's awesome. Hey, sure, Misfire. Yeah, question about our deck. That nostalgia really got you. Yeah, the different songs. Bum ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum bum. Anyway, you would get the little rocket or different sized rockets on the launch pad, depending on how much your score was. C-type songs your favorite? Nice. I think I still have the original Game Boy headphones. So when you bought the original Game Boy, shocker, it actually came with headphones. Yeah. It did not come with the thing that you needed most, which was the AC plug. Like you had to have batteries. You had to buy that adapter separately, and that was actually really unwieldy. It was a big almost like cigarette lighter sized plug. That's like cell phones now. Yeah, I guess cell phones now, but they come with kind of cheap things. These are actually pretty decent headphones. I mean, at the time, for the time. Okay, that's repeat 5. We're gonna Pearl. Sure, Ms. Farrer, how's it going? Did you get to contact your person about the new position? Or is everyone out because of the storm? The only thing you got with your phone was your phone and a USB-C to USB-C cable. Yeah, right. They don't even give you a direct plug adapter anymore, like AC. Stingy bastards. And just add that cable to my bucket of USB cables. I've got a massive bucket of USB cables of like different endings, right? And I swear every time where I'm like, I need one that goes from this thing to this thing, and I won't have it. I have every other possible permutation in existence except the one that I need. You despise needing wireless headphones? Oh, for phones now? Yeah. Yeah. I held on to wired headphones for the longest time, especially at the gym. But eventually the phones just removed the jack. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll have a choice. So what does that mean now? It means sometimes I go to answer a phone and it's didn't connect to my headphones, and so because the person's already started talking, I now have my headphones in my ears and I have my phone to my head to try to talk to them. Ah, technology. Or my other favorite one, my headphones are working fine, but I'm like walking home. So I'm like, oh, I'll join that Teams call for work while I'm walking home. So I'm like being actually, you know, working while I'm changing position. And same sort of thing. Like the Teams call won't go with my headphones. And it takes me at least a minute or two to like find the setting on Teams, switch it to like Bluetooth. Like, why didn't you default to the... Oh, anyway. But don't worry. AI is going to solve all of that. I see that everyone agrees. You know what? I just realized something terrible, something horrifying. I was just thinking, boy, you know, it was such a nice quiet day at work because like no one, very few emails and whatever. It just finally hit me like, oh no, No, this is just like COVID. Everyone's been stuck at home with their kids and couldn't work. It means like now they'll be working and they're going to be working through the night. And so I'm going to look at my email now and there's going to be like a bajillion emails because I worked already, but everyone else did not. Okay, well actually, there's only 3 emails. So I will take it. Yeah. Only 3. The night is young. The night is young. If you remember during COVID, I do remember this well. I would get emails at like 10 or 11 p.m. and like 12 p.m. People work the most shitty, crappy hours. Hey, Alpaca, your work announced that everything will be remote tomorrow, and you've been texting your boss in the last 40 minutes to figure if that includes you or not. Oh no. I hope you're doing well. How much snow did you end up getting? Yeah, that's right. They're cooking dinner now. It'll be 8 o'clock. Basically, right as I'm wrapping up stream and trying to go to bed, people will be like, hey. So I'm going to wake up thinking like I'm going to get right to work and do all this stuff. And I'm going to have all these like, hey, do this. Hey, do that. Hey. 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 The news says 15 inches. Yeah, that's right. They got to wait for the kids to finish. Got to make sure their kids have done their non-existent homework for tomorrow. You had to shovel 3 different times and it totaled about 7 hours. Wow. 7 hours of shoveling? Holy crap, man. Were you shoveling Michelangelo? Sorry, that's a really bad Simpsons joke. It's a lot of shoveling. Holy crap. I think I only shoveled like an hour, maybe like a half an hour. And that was on Saturday. No, that was Sunday. It didn't start snowing until Saturday night. God, no, it's just a big yard. You had to shovel the back deck for the dog.
Little old friend, the chicken.
Hey, chicken. You're trying to figure out how to get your car out. Oh, yeah, with a shovel. Oh, there you go. Ask Chicken. He just got done shoveling his car. Chicken, how did you fare? How much stuff did you get up there? Oh, without a shovel? Okay, yeah, good luck. I've got the ice mohawk going on with my car right now. Like, you look at my car, the sides are clear. The side windows are fine. But it's got a strip of ice and snow that cover the back window, the top, and the front window and the hood. So I've got the Snowhawk. It's a Snowhawk. The car Snowhawk. About 7 or 8 inches with a crust of ice on top. Okay. I think we got kind of similar, although I think our crust of ice was more like a healthy layer of ice. It was definitely ice pelleting for many hours. It was actually probably kind of better because it didn't it stuck less to the trees and everything. Had it been freezing rain and actually like coated the trees with ice, that we probably would have seen a lot more damage and stuff. From what I can tell, it didn't really it made ice everywhere, but it didn't coat the trees, which is was probably a good thing. Shoveling would have been too bad if the plow didn't leave a wall of 2 feet of compressed snow next to your car. Yeah. That's... I'm sorry. You got the big chunks off your car. Okay, well that's good. We'll see. Like, our driveway is a mess. Like, again, the plow company should have come by again and cleared it, but they haven't. So I don't know what's going to happen. Theoretically, I've got choir practice on Wednesday. And Chicken, I don't know what your forecast is, but we potentially have another snowstorm hitting here this weekend. What is we got another potential snowstorm hitting over the weekend. It looks smaller maybe, but we'll see. Who knows what it'll look like in 4 or 5 days, but there's that.
Guys.
There are freeloaders on each side of your car. Didn't do any shoveling? Of course. So you half shoveled them out too. Nice. Okay. Yeah, that figures. Oh. Almost had a meltdown last night shoveling. Like the snow was never ending, just the piles never shrank. Oh, that's terrible. That's depressing. Where you're like, you shoveled and shoveled, but it's like nothing feels like it's moving. Ugh. Well, 7 hours again, like holy crap. Okay, that was repeat 6. Repeat 6. We're on to repeat 7. I'm coming to the stark realization that we'll finish this tonight, the shoulder, so we'll start the collar tomorrow. Which is fine because we're gonna need a good several hours to work through the collar to get it started. That the collar has some very serious prep and requirements. So and I think I'm going to need help. There's a video to guide through major chunks of it, but I don't know. It'll probably make more sense when I'm doing it, but watching the video yesterday was a little daunting. If I finish this early, we can watch the video again. Again, there's a lot of it makes sense, but there's a lot of steps. There's a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of little nitnoid details. Like you have these extra cast-on stitches, which I think are forming the inner thing, I think. Yeah, return from the ads. Welcome back. Even more devastating than snow. Twitch ads. Were there any good ads? Were the ads for like snow shovels? Or maybe like a blowtorch? Flamethrower? That'd be kind of cool. I should just start talking about flamethrowers and blowtorches or stuff and see if I start getting ads for flamethrowers. I could really use a good flamethrower. A Flammewaffe? I need... Hans! Get the Flammewaffe! Forecast is calling for a winter... Yes, exactly, right? More snow. Even if it just ends up being like an inch, it's just going to be like... like, are you kidding me? There's a Christmas themed ad, which is odd. You got that one too. What was the Christmas themed ad for? I guess they bought it for 30 days or 31 days. Kind of funny. Oh, you're supposed to get another 2 inches of snow tonight? Oh. Yeah, right? The current piles of snow aren't going to melt. Yeah, it's just going to... Whatever we get this weekend is going to just pile right on top of what we got. Govey. What's Govey? Tell me what your ad was about. Sell me on the ad. Of course, here I am realizing I really should have taken a break during the ads. I was busy making jokes about snow. You're always getting ads for Trivago? What's Trivago? I've got Turbo. I've got Turbo, so whenever I'm watching on Twitch, I never see ads, so I have no idea what the latest, like... And I don't watch any other thing that there's ads. A hotel booking site. Oh, I see, like... Travel-ago? Trivago? Your snow piles are already to your chest, if not higher, and you're 5'7". Oh no. Oh no. You know, let me just say though, if we were still kids, this would be freaking amazing. Like, yes! Snow! Forget the ice. Snow! More snow! Going building forts. Sledding. I had a pretty amazing sled hill when I was growing up. I should see if I could try to find a picture of it, like on Google Street View or something. You did see a group of kids try sledding down the street. It was cute. Remote school. That's true. That's true, right? It does sound like it'd be some farmer's school. Yeah, right. I had this really nasty bump, and then I took Travago, and it's gone. Travago took the grease right off of my stove. Travago unplugged my toilet. Is there anything Travago can't do? Can't book a stay at a hotel. Wait a minute, no! Okay. There's the end of that row. That is the end of repeat number 7. So we've got 5 more repeats, 10 more rows. Let me see if I can find my my sledding hill. Yes. Oh, wow. It's like covered in trees now. Oh, look at that. Okay, so... Oh, wait, no. Why did it... Alright, let me see if I can see it from the other side. Oh, wow, they let it all grow in. Holy crap, man. That's wild. Huh. Okay, so it's no longer a sledding hill. So when I grew up, where I grew up in the neighborhood, like right around the street, was this giant hill. And all these trees, they were not there. So this was a big slope, and you can't tell, but it goes up to a road that's up there. And so it's a big hill, right? And it's a nice big slope. And so this was the most awesome thing ever. But yeah, all these trees now are in the way. I mean, right, that was 40 years ago, so turned out a lot of trees can grow in that time. Oh, see how far back you can check? Where's the date? See more dates. Oh, 2007. Well, okay. Yeah, right, you can see. I can't even remember if those trees were there. Those look young. Because this would have been like 1990. So another 20 years back, 17 years back. 1985, 1990. But it's definitely a lot more sparse. Actually, and then the other spot, this is over here, is at the top of the hill. So you can see it's all trees. And it's still pretty dense up there already. but definitely a lot less dense. Anyway. Wow. I'm surprised they have pictures back to 2007. Wow. I guess that's when it was starting to come online. I just got an email from Fiberspace, which is the local yarn store down in Alexandria, that they're still going to be closed tomorrow. Still iced in. Yeah, it could be. Could be they let the trees grow for the noise. It's not a hugely busy road, but I could see just adding let the trees grow. It also stops the kids from coming to sled. Pesky kids sledding down my hill. I'll show you with trees. Oh, this song is definitely going to be copyright. This crappy song. Did you guys have big sledding hills growing up? Or a place that you could go sled for snow? No. Where I am right now, we're on a pretty hilly area, so there's lots of places to grab some stuff. Oh, Hampton Roads, yeah. You didn't go to Mount Trashmore? Yeah, your grandma had 2 huge hills on her property. See, oh, that's awesome. And an ancient toboggan. Oh no. Splinters and leg crushing. You had a pretty nice hill close to your house growing up? Nice, okay. I don't remember how or why, but I do remember one snow period. We went somewhere, which was actually not, it was in a very almost like urban type area. And it had a really nice, like gentle but long hill, but the hill ended at like a Catholic cemetery. So by the time you got to the end, you were running the risk of running into tombstones, which was a little bit awkward for everyone. You can see her being like, but did you die? Yeah, exactly. It's fine. It's character building. Splinters are a part of growing up, being young. Could I have fewer splinters? No. No. More concerned about the rope just snapping while at full speed down the hill to the road. Oh, it's fine. The screams of children bring joy to the ears. Oh, 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 oh. Screams of joy, screams of terror. Whatever. It's all screaming. That's right, you can't really tell the difference. Maybe in the, like, total volume. Maybe. All right, there we go. So far, that seems to be going okay. Whoa! 95. All right, hold on. That's a lot of streak. Okay, are we ready for this? Something might break. No, we got two 95s. Okay, hold on. Let me mute. All right, we got two 95s. Hold your horses here. Okay, Corin. Thank you for the 95 stream streak. Let's go, streakers. All right, we got 95 of the little buggers here. Oh, okay. There we go. There's a Chungo. Oh, two Chungos. Oh, and a Gojo. And they're still going. And a cat. Holy crap. And one to grow. All right. They all came out there at the end. It's too much. I need a longer song now. Okay, we got one more though. We got one more for Semi. Semi's got also a 95 stream streak. Are we ready? All right, let's do it again. 95 stream. See, look at that. Gojo right off the bat. Two Chungos. Double Chungo. Kitty. Gojo. Another Chungo. And one to grow. All right. Wow. Truly incredible. Thank you. Rigged. So, when we hit 100, the question is, do we switch? Do we switch to Gojos? Do we switch to Gojos? So now it would be like that, but like fewer? What should we do? Or do we just keep doing the little green men? I had talked earlier about like converting the little green men into a Gojo, like 5-to-1 or something like that. So you'd have like 100 would be 20 Gojos, and there would be like different things you could get based on that. Double the chances. Your chances are already like really high with that number of opportunities. Coffee did get the shiny. Coffee got our first shiny extra earlier in the stream. I need to make it a little bit shinier. It's gold. Yeah, you missed it. It's gold and it like plays a special tune. But I need to make it like sparkle or do something different so it really stands out. Also, there was some weird lag going on. Sometimes there's weird lag, which I haven't quite figured out. It happened a couple times, or it happened in Corins, where there's like suddenly a big gap, and then the special one goes. It's like hitting that causes it to gap, but it doesn't always do that, and it shouldn't do that. So there's something else going on that causes that to happen, but I'm not sure what it is. Not enough. I don't know. I don't know if it's that or like I don't know at the end of the day how Mix It Up works. If it's all local or if it's doing some of this through servers. If it's doing stuff through servers, I could totally see how it gets bogged down. But if it's all local, it does use a random number generator. But I mean, that shouldn't really add anything to the time. And as it is, I have a wait function in there, WAIT, so that it's not too fast. Because if I just let it go as quick as it would process, 100 would take like 10 seconds, and it would be incomprehensible. It just ends up being a smear. So I have like a 0.1 pause, 0.1 second or 0.15 second pause, which is just enough to space them out. But it's kind of like when if I haven't done it yet, like first time in the stream, it's why that's why I hit the button once to like warm it up. Because sometimes, and what's also weird is, right, this gives you a sense about like how odd it is. It's playing a movie or it's playing an animated GIF file, right? And I have it up there for a set amount of time. Well, I specify that time based on how long one loop is. And if it were too long, like if the loop were 3 seconds, but I put in 3.1 seconds or 3.5 seconds, you'd see the character at the end of the screen for like that extra time, and then it would vanish. So I have it set where it vanishes by the time it hits the end of the screen. That's all good. But sometimes when things aren't right, you'll see a pause and then the character will start running across the screen and then they'll vanish like right here. So it's like there was a delay, but it started the timer and then it ran the video and then the timer ended premature. Well, the timer ended when it was supposed to, but the video had started late, so it cuts it off early. So it's weird. It's weird about like how Mix It Up executes things sometimes. And it likely is some sort of delay, but again, it's hard to tell. Like, I don't think it's processor side. I should look at my processing power when I'm next time I do that. Anyway. Like when it's 100. Oh, that reminds me. Womble. What was? Oh yeah, Womble owes me a couple more emotes. We're gonna have another animated emote coming at some point. What animated emote that we currently have should die? Which animated emote that we currently have needs to go away? Let me know. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. And we'll continue knitting here when I get back. Whoa. Pafu, Pafu. This is not the meta anymore. All right. Puff Puff? So this is the one to die? We do still have the static emote. We've got the static Puff, Pafu Pafu. So that would make Puff easier to kill. Ball and Chain, how you doing? Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Were you in the snowstorm at all? The Tricota, how are you doing? Good to see you too. Hope you're doing well. Whoops. We're just plugging away here at this Polo. Oop. All right. Okay. I'm doing well, thank you. You got snow down there in Austin? Gross ice stuff. We got a bunch of snow with the ice on top, so we got the best of both worlds. Oh man, we got potentially more snow headed this next weekend. Which we over here are gonna be below freezing the whole week. High temperatures not gonna get above freezing, so that's kind of unusual for here. Which means all that snow is gonna stick around. First time you see me with my hat on, nice. Yeah, usually when I get up, I need to take my hat off to get my headphones off. What are we knitting? We're knitting this shirt over here. Your kid's school district sent out a mass text saying school's canceled tomorrow, then someone, assuming the principal, butt dialed the letter P to everyone in high school. Nice. Nice. You like this color? Yeah. This is green tea. Green tea color. Oh, we have the same haircut. Very nice. Good choice. Excellent. Yeah, I've been kind of surprised here at how poorly the roads have been cleared so far. I think all the main roads are good, but I'm just surprised that even some of the bigger side roads are still in pretty poor shape. Oops, oops, that's not good. Try that again. And in particular, like the sidewalks are just awful. So that's bad news for me because I will be attempting to walk in. I'll be attempting to walk into work tomorrow, so we'll see how well that works. You don't have the equipment here? Oh, you just YOLO, yeah. They treated the roads, but it's so cold that I think it's been way less effective. And I don't know what the deal with the plows is. At the moment, like the 2-lane roads that I can see there's just one lane clear in the middle. So that's kind of the extent of the clearing so far. Like, huh, okay. You put out your trash can for trash day tomorrow and you were skating? You'd be lucky if they actually come and pick it up then. Be careful. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, I'll know within 5 minutes whether I can actually make it into work or not, because the bridge I need to go across, I can see it from my place. It's covered. The sidewalks are covered. And then I immediately go up a big hill, and I will know immediately whether I can make it up that hill or not. I may not. I may just have to turn around and say like, well, I'll wait until they clear the sidewalks. The sidewalks, though, all pass residential properties. Residential properties, government properties, and businesses. So theoretically, once I get over this bridge, they should all be cleared by the property owners. Should be. But we'll see. Some are better than others. Now, my recollection is in the past, the ones on the hill are pretty good. It's the one, there's this one property in particular on the flat area next to the Whole Foods that they don't do jack shit with their place. So that'll probably be a disaster, but at least it's on the flat ground. Your husband had to drive in because he's an ER doc. Oh, nice. Okay. He left super early and went super slow, but made it. Oh, good. Yeah, you don't want to be adding to the... Got plenty of other problems happening with all the weather. Ice hills are impossible. Yeah, I remember one year it was it wasn't a lot of snow, but it was like ice rain. And the sidewalk was sheer ice, but I was able to walk up on this in the street. Like the streets were still okay. And it was early enough that I didn't have like traffic to worry about. But the sidewalks were just pure ice. So, we'll see. The big question for me tomorrow is, I've got snow boots. I'm sorry. I've got snowboarding boots, which are actually pretty good in the snow and ice. And I also have just a pair of like ruggedized hiking boots. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to wear. The snowboard boots are just kind of big and bulky, which is great. And they're great for snow protection because like they're designed to be in the snow, right? But they are a bit bulky. And so walking is a little bit awkward. Or do I go with like the hiking boots? Which I don't normally have, but I bought those hiking boots for Kilimanjaro. So they should be pretty good. But I have not actually tested them in the snow. So we'll see. We'll see how tomorrow goes. Of course, it's also supposed to be like 10 degrees, which is the other horrible factor. You never own proper snow stuff, even when you lived up north. Yeah, I can't really say I have proper snow stuff either, but I remember like when I was in grad school, there was a snow place to go skiing about like 40 minute drive away. And at some point I was doing snowboarding and I bought, they had like a, what do you call it, used sale of like equipment, and I bought a pair of snowboard boots, and I've kept them because it's like, oh sure, why not? And so they work really well in the snow still, even though they're at this point probably 25 years old. But I use them so infrequently. It's like I'm not gonna buy a new pair of that, because maybe like the last time I used them was probably a couple years ago. Anyway, not worth holding on to. Well, not worth getting a new pair at least, certainly. Okay. That was repeat number 9. Oops. I've been pretty slow today, but we'll see if we can finish 6 more rows here before we get to some manga reading. We should be reading Bleach today, and Azumanga and Akira, so we'll start that hopefully when I get done with this. I would like to finish this here. You've got fake snow boots. They look cute, but traction you're not sure about. Got them for a last minute trip and you saw a snowstorm was hitting Dallas. Okay, nice. Yeah, it feels like there's a difference between snow boots for like running around in snow, like on a snow slope, like on a ski slope, and then say like urban walking in snowy, slushy environments. Like I feel like those are two different really types of shoes. Discord sound, yes, yeah, we got the we figured it out. So someone on Reddit, there was a person on Reddit, their name was like not 404 found, not 404 found. They had the Young magazines for a bunch of chapters that we needed, right? And on Sunday, they took a picture of the first page and the last page after the title page for each magazine that they had and sent it to me. And from that, I was able to piece together the remaining chapters about where they started and stopped. So, it was amazing that they did that, because one of the chapters, it was clear that the final page was changed slightly. Like you could see that in the deluxe version, they moved, or what was in the magazine as the final panel, they moved it to the middle in the deluxe version and took a panel from the next chapter and put it at the end of that page. So that was like a little bit of an alteration. And then one of the chapters, it's like 117, they just completely changed the ending. It's the same sort of mood, it's the same sort of effect, but all the panels are just completely different, drawn differently, different angles, different perspectives, stuff like that. So you could get a sense of the big changes that they were making without going page by page and seeing whatever. At least the transition points were like, okay, this is where the transition originally was. So, yeah. Oh, and then I think you were around when we confirmed that the original end for chapter 120 was like $3.99, and then there's like an extra 35 pages. So so I'm planning on reading through to like 120, and then we'll have like the epilogue or something like that for like the additional material that they published. And we'll either try to read that in one session or maybe two. I'll try to do it in one, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, no, that person like saved it all because there's no way we would have been able to answer those transition points without seeing those pages. So, and that one guy you found from the My Enemy list that was pissing off everyone with their posts, those numbers were all off. So I don't know what they were looking at, but they did not end up lining up, which is unfortunate. Karma, yeah, that's right. I think the last chapter lined up, but I don't think any of the other ones did. When I published the list in Discord there, I did a comparison of like, and that means it's in the deluxe edition, it's 15 pages. And I did the reference to what was originally published, or what was claimed, like the original publication was 16 pages. So you could also see very easily, or more easily, like, oh, they added 10 pages to the deluxe edition here, or they removed 10 pages, because there were some pretty serious shifts in the number of pages for a couple of them, not all of them. A number of them were still looked pretty normal, like they had largely taken it as it was. But this guy had mentioned that apparently going from the magazine to the deluxe edition, that especially towards the end, that they rewrote over the panels. So they didn't they took the originals and wrote over them, drew over them, as opposed to copy them and make new ones. So some of the originals are just completely gone, other than what you currently see in like the Young magazine. So all that is to say that even if we'll see what that, right, there's that current republishing going on. We'll see what they decide to republish. We have a solid record. Yeah. And what's also amazing is this guy had gaps, isolated gaps. So he'd be missing an issue, but he'd have the ones surrounding it. And so you could tell, you still knew where that chapter in between was because you had the ones around it. And the only one he didn't have in sequence were the last two chapters. But because we knew where chapter 120 ended, and because we knew where it started by looking through the page, we knew enough with chapter 119 to figure the rest out. So it was like, wow. So there's a couple things that are a little bit dubious, and you're not going to get the definitive answer until you get a page by page comparison and breakdown, because I'm sure there's some chapters where they removed stuff and moved it to another chapter. But again, that's okay because we have the transition points, which I think is the more important part, to say like, this This is it's at this scene that the original ended and moved on, you know, that was the end of the chapter. So or at least that's what I'll be happy with for now. Also, the guy that owns that Apple Paradise website, they haven't updated the website since like 2013, but that person apparently has an active Twitter account. So that Reddit guy pointed me to him, to his account. I thought about writing him and asking, but that guy gave me all the photos. I'm like, well, we have our answer, but it would be kind of interesting to know whether that guy intends to finish his detailed comparison, because it's weird that it drops off after right there at the end with the last 20 chapters. Anyway, so yeah, so we started reading 101 yesterday. We'll read 102 tonight, and we should finish Akira by the end of February. So I have been soliciting the voting list for manga to read after we're done with Akira. That list is on Discord. We've got a few additional suggestions of things to add. So probably by the end of the week, I will put up the vote for the next thing to read. So far, honestly, given the response, it seems like Parasite's going to win. Everyone seems to be very excited about Parasite. Now, having said that, we're also getting close to the end of finishing Jujutsu Kaisen. So Jujutsu Kaisen should end around April or so. And we'll need to put up a new vote for that as well. And we should be finishing Azumanga Daioh in the next few weeks. But I already know what the follow-on for that is. That's going to be the Q-chan. The mysterious cat Q-chan. Which I've shown off a couple times. That is, that's the cat that is Clappy Cat. Which I think I activated Clappy Cat as an emote. A better Twitch TV emote, Clappy Cat. Okay, let's check this out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 10. Okay, we're good. Okay, we got 4 more rows to go. We got 4 more rows to go, and then we're done with the left shoulder, which means we'll then be on the collar. So I'm gonna push through. We're gonna finish these last 4 rows, and that way we'll be ready to start the collar tomorrow. And again, we're going to I'm gonna need some serious help when we do this collar. It's got a lot of special stuff going on. That's right. Yeah, we're staving off entropy. Take that, entropy. You won't win today. Mm. Mm. You made it to work alive. Nice. So much black ice, ice skating, multi-ton vehicle. Not. Yeah, that sounds terrible. Oh. Did you get to connect with a person about the new position? I think I asked, but I forget if you had said anything. I'm sorry. You did. Nice. And spoke to her this morning. You start on February 8th. Nice. Hey, congratulations. Oh, that's awesome. That's right around the corner. Do you have to do anything special to swap over? Or... Yeah, that's huge. Big congratulations. Because his lateral move within the same company, transfer is a whiplash. Essentially, you just start the next period. Hey! Wow. That's awesome. Do you need to, like, do anything to wrap up? Or, like, pass the baton? Or it's just like, hey, thank you. I'll see you around. Yeah, that's right. Just being able to transfer within a company. Wow. Very cool. Try not to smile too much. Smile, but not too much. Hey, no, that's really great to hear. So you're going to start also then doing some coursework studying. Is that going to start immediately, or are you going to wait a bit and like whenever a semester starts or something? Peace out, suckers. Nice. Oh, okay, hold on. I did not do that right. Crap. It's going too well. Okay, so... Alright, I need to get a bigger hook. Okay, that is not right. Fuck. Okay, sorry. We gotta fix a bunch of stitches. Alright. Alright, I still have 3 more to fix here. Sorry. Coworker's awesome. Can't support a blood bank that both endangers teammates and patients. Breaking points for you, and that's one of them. Yeah, right? Well, I'm glad you're getting out of there. Hello, how are you doing? Good to see you. Okay. I should have been checking before moving on. This would have been easier to fix. This would have been easier to fix on the back side, but whatever. It's been a week. Are you, did you get any of all the snowstorm that's been hitting? Or just other stuff going on? Okay, one more to fix. No, I've got 2 more to fix. Damn it.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Okay. There's that one fixed. Okay, and now I need to make this one. Oh no. That's tonight. Fuck. All right, I'm sorry. I gotta go. I forgot I had a meeting tonight. Oh, that sounds terrible, Plo. I'm really sorry, and I'm really sorry that I have to go. I'm late for a thing I should have been at like 15 minutes ago. So, apologies, but I gotta dive out of here fast. Which is really, really effing annoying because I want to go to this thing and I want to do a bunch of stuff. So, again, big apologies, but I gotta go. So I will catch y'all later. Sorry about that. I will be on tomorrow. Stay safe, stay well.